What's going on, 22 Comics? And you read that right. I've got a couple books that I'm about to send off to get graded, but I'm not sending them to CGC. And I'm not sending them to CBCS either. I'm going to try PGX. Now, for those of you who know, you're probably like, this is stupid. I hear you. Okay? For those of you who don't know, alright, here's why they're thinking that. PGX back however many years ago had a bunch of stuff that went down, a bunch of stuff that came out from an employee that had left, and so there was a lot of heat about some things that were kind of shady and whatever that was going on over at PGX. I'm gonna try to put some links down in the description below to those articles that I read to kind of inform myself, because I didn't know why everybody dissed on PGX. But it had to do with like a lot of people say that PGX doesn't grade their books to the same standard as like CGC or CBCS, that if you take a PGX book and you send it in, like you take a PGX 9.8 and you send it in to CGC, you're going to get like a 9.4 or 9.2. So there's a lot of people saying stuff like that. One of the things I read was people saying that the owner wanted to like get books graded in-house and then turn around and sell those books, which could be like a conflict of interest kind of thing, which I can see that. So it was, and then like some reports of possibly how employees are being treated. Again, links will be down in the bottom to the articles that I read. I don't know what's true. I don't know what's not. I don't know what's made up. For all I know, everything's made up. For all I know, it's all true. I have no idea because I wasn't there. But the reason I'm trying PGX, there's several different reasons as to why. We're going to go through that as I go in here. So now that we've got kind of, everybody caught up as to, why I may be stupid for doing this. So the fact of the matter is that, the recent stuff with CGC, them changing their minds on what's considered qualified and not on a certain book that I'm not going to get into, because again, I wasn't there. I don't know nothing about it. But that does have me kind of like concerned a little bit, because I'm not big on inconsistencies. Also, the fact that like one of my biggest gripes, I have two biggest gripes with CGC. That's the fact that like you don't really know what their grading criteria is. Alright? Also, there never are any freaking grader's notes. Never. And I'm sorry, every book that's not a 10.0 should have grader's notes. Every single book. There's something that those three graders, from what I understand, those three graders all agree on as far as like flaws with the book, that they should be able to put those on a thing and us be able to know, okay, this is what's wrong with the book. They write them down. They figure it out. There should be grader's notes on every single book that is not a 10.0. That doesn't mean they can be fixed, but there should be something there to say this is what's wrong with that book. That's why it didn't make this grade. Cool. That's fine. I'm good. I'm Gucci. Let's go. So those are my biggest beefs with CGC. I love their cases for the most part. I like CBCS's cases better. I like CGC's labels better than CBCS's. CBCS has got horrible times right now. That could be because they're moving, but then there's also the news that, hey, they just lost like 360 something books. So they did come out here recently and say, that they're doing an investigation and everything like that. And it looks like they're trying to make things right. Good on CBCS for doing that. I'm not knocking CGC except for the grading. I am not. They pissed me off with that and not giving notes. That's what pisses me off. They're not giving notes. CBCS is just I had to wait almost a year to get books back, and it was 3 books, and I just can't. Whatever. And if they start getting things right, and I still don't like their label. So I'm kind of whatever because of the label. Regardless, we pay really good prices to have these books encapsulated and graded. And I'm a firm believer that you get what you pay for, and you should get what you pay for. That's another reason why I'm going to try PGX as well. CGC is pretty high on grading stuff. CBCS is fairly high as well. Again, as long as you get what you pay for, I'm cool with that. But I don't know. I'm not getting what I'm paying for, I feel like, at CGC, though. If they'd start giving me Grader's Notes, I'd feel better. Still, that whole Grader's Note thing really pisses me off, really throws me off. So here we go. We're going to jump to the computer real quick, and we're going to sit there and check out PGX, and we're going to check out their website and their submission form, and we're going to check out the books that I'm going to be sending in as well. All right, here we are. We're at the PGX website. It is not a great website, like, at all, which, whatever. I mean, their labels look very similar to CGC's, not CBCS, CGC's. So I do like their labels. The labels are actually really nice. They're showcasing, hey, we got new labels, and all that jazz. So, another thing about PGX that's kind of turned me on to them, shout out to First and Keys. They've been sending their books off to PGX, and, like, they really like them. And, so I'm like, like, I'm kind of one of those guys that I'm definitely like I need to see for myself kind of thing. So, another reason why I'm doing this. I'm not, like, they got signature and art authentication. I don't know that I have that much faith in them. I would still feel extremely more comfortable going with CBCS. They're in association with Beckett, and I just feel like they've got that on lock. Have they been duped? Yes, they've been duped. People were trying to dupe them, and that's going to happen. Things like that are going to happen. I can kind of understand that. Just like I can kind of understand some lost books. The amount that they lost, though, on one or however many orders from one person, that's disturbing to me. Regardless, I'm not going into all that. So yeah, their website is not the best, but it's a website. It's here. So let's see. Let's go down here. Let's do submit books. So here's their submission form, and you'll print this out and send it in with your books. And it looks like that you'll pay upon them receiving the books and stuff like that. They've got a PayPal option right here, which I like. So I'll probably wind up using that to get my stuff done. Let's look at the pricing that you'll pay to get books done. And we're also going to go ahead and showcase the books that I'm going to send off. The first book that I'm going to send off is Patsy Walker, aka Hellcat. Number 1, this is a fried pie variant. So I just think this is a really awesome cover with a bunch of ladies from the Marvel Universe in the background. So yeah, I think this would look awesome slapped. But there's nothing, like, I'm never going to get my value back or whatever the case is if I send it to CGC. So, no, I'm not going to send it to CGC. But let's try PGX out and let's see how they do. Patsy Walker, aka Hellcat. I'm probably going to redo this just because this is basically just to show y'all, the stuff. Here's all the tiers right here. You got Modern, Modern Express, Standard, Standard Express, Golden Age, Golden Age Express. For this book, this is a modern book, and I want it Express. They say that they can get their books done. I can't remember how fast it was. I want to say it was like fast turnaround time. So let's see. Modern grading, 78 to current, $14. Standard, 59 to 78, $20. Golden Age, $28. Express grading service 12 days is $6 per book. $6 per book. That is less than half what it costs CGC. CGC, I believe, is like $15 a book to get it like fast tracked. Turnarounds, 3 days, $40. They also offer cleaning and pressing. I am not trying that. I'm not. $15 per signature per sketch is actually kind of really close to CBCS. However, I think CBCS is like around $20-25, and it also varies between the artist, writer, things like that. So, but yeah, modern grading at $14, and then $6 to get it express. That's not bad at all. You're talking about $20. $20 just to get a book graded with CGC is $25. But again, you get what you pay for. But what am I getting with PGX? That's the thing. I don't know. I've never owned a PGX book. So, let's go back. Let's do the submit books. I'm going to go Modern Express. So let's do that. No pressing, no signature, no recase, face market value. I don't know. I mean, it's probably gonna cost me another $10 to get this book or something. Face market value is gonna be for the insurance purposes on the shipping. So right now, for me to get this book graded, express tier would be $19 would be $34. That's graded, fast tracked, and shipped back. $34. All right. Also, another reason I'm sending this book is because I have another copy, and I can probably find another one as well. And it's pretty good shape. I don't know what grade it is though. I'll have to do another video as far as grades. I'll definitely do that before I send it out, just like I do all my other grading videos. So if you're interested, you can watch those. Here's another book that I'm planning on sending out. This is Phoenix Resurrection, another awesome fried pie variant cover. So I hate the glare. Ugh. So yeah, awesome cover. I have several copies of this as well. And so what does that do? 2 books, $19 each for grading, total $38. Shipping is $15. Insurance is still at $5. Total amount is $58. Okay. So we're at 2 books, graded, fast track, $58. Alright. Let's put one more in. Champions number 1. This is a fried pie variant as well. Like I said, I'm doing a lot of fried pie variants. This one may have some value or whatever. There's lots of spec on it. I have several copies of this in the fried pie variant. So, yeah, I figured, you know what? Why not throw a decent one in there as well? So, I think this will look good slabbed. I do not think this is a perfect 9.8 book. So, I will be curious to know what they grade that book as. Again, I usually grade books. I'm very conservative with my grading, apparently. I'm getting better at it though, so hopefully I will be close to what I think they are. I'm not trying to trick PGX at all. I'm not trying to rook them. I'm not trying to do anything. They've already got enough going against them as it is. Like they don't need my help in messing things up. I honestly just want I want to do a comparison, honestly. I want to see what a PGX case is like. I want to see what their label's like. I want to compare it to CBCS. I just got 3 CBCS books in. I've had several CGC books come back within the last year. And having 3 PGX books, I think that'll give me a good idea of what that service is like based, upon the other books that I've had done. So I'm going to put this one at $20 because I think it'll cost me about $20 to get another one of these. I'm going to actually up the face market value on these because I want to include... like the book gets jacked up on the way back, like I want it to cover that as well. So instead of 10, we're going to say this is $30. We're going to say this one is $30. And we're going to say this one is $50. So yeah. Alright. So now we've got 3 books getting graded. A total of $57 for grading, $15 for shipping, $5.50 for insurance. Grand total of $77.50. We are under $100 for 3 books to be graded, fast-tracked. Like, that's insane. So yeah, I would fill out the rest of this form with my information. I would package this up like I do other books, probably like I do my CBCS books, and put this in there with the books. And then send it off and wait for a bill from, a PayPal request and pay them that and then get my books, graded and back. So yeah, I mean, that's just kind of a quick idea as far as like what PGX looks like as far as how they do submissions and stuff like that. So we'll do this and we'll see how this turns out. So yeah, that's it really. I would honestly like to do this with EGS as well. I do not like their cases they have right now. I know they're getting new ones in. In fact, from the time of this recording, I heard it was going to be like late to end September when they had new ones in. So honestly, like depending on what their cases look like, I may do the same thing with them as well. Send another 3 books to them. I don't like their labels. I don't care that you can customize them. I really don't. But like I'm not a fan of their labels like at all. I'd much rather have CGCS labels than their labels. Like that's just me personally. If you love their labels, hey, good on you. I'm glad you do love them. But me, nah, not so much. Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna get these sent off, and hopefully by around, let's see, this is the end of August, so I'm thinking like September, October, I'll have a video ready for PGX. So that'll be super dope. So yeah, if you got comments or questions, please put them down in the chat. Let's talk about it. Let's cut it up, and let's go from there. If I didn't explain something well, or if I need to show some more stuff, hey, that'd be cool to make another video about. So we can do that as well. Thank you all so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. You can find me on eBay and Instagram at 22_comics. You can also find me on a podcast called Comic Comics. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, and as always, y'all have a good one.